Start at 0. How can I? This must be at 3 o'clock. Let's see at 3. Make that money, baby. Thank you, Jesus.
And so,
Hey, Miss Honey. It froze. It was acting real funny. Like my internet was acting real funny. Then all of a sudden, it was acting real funny before when I went up there to try to find the little mama thing. It just was acting real, weird. So all of a sudden it said the chat is disconnected. Please wait. I was like, I'm not waiting. Let me just click it off and start it back over again this time. I don't know. Did you get a lot of snow? It snowed out here.
Mark was my nephew. I call my nephew's son, and he just turned 18. What was it? November, and it was like 5 weeks ago, right? And so, my voice is powerful, and the voices of other women are powerful. Our voices can literally change the world. Ask your healthcare provider.
Big Target is right for you. It's going to be
BigTarget.com to view the important facts
difficult.
including important warnings.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Is that Leah? Leah just got here too. 2020 year has just all the plays a year. OnlyFans got super popping. Exactly, Market.
Y'all, I'm teaching you. Mark was my nephew.
But you know what? 2021, I'm not arguing with nobody. If you want to be right, you're right. I'm just blocking you. I'm changing. I'm not going to argue with nobody no more. I'm just not going to put that energy out there. I'm just blocking people. I'm blocking because I don't know why I even take myself through it when I know I got a block button. And, I realized one thing in life, that there are people out here designed to stop anything you're trying to do. And there's people out here that don't want to do anything, but want to make sure the message never get out for helping others. And they'll take the whole thing and make it about them, or they'll make it about something totally different, was not what you said. And they will have you on a whole nother path when you could have been talking to someone and helping them along the way. And I'm going to take the L for that, because a lot of times when it comes down to people, the ones that look like me, don't be for me. And I get it. Misery love. Exactly. But the thing is, like, this is the thing that gets me though. If you don't like what I do, if you don't like anything, you know what I mean, then just leave. Like, you could literally just click off, or just okay, like, just leave. Like, girl, I don't like you. Okay, leave. It's simple. No, I got to let you know what. What? Let me know what. That's what I'll never understand with these girls. Like, what is it that you want to let me know? I don't get it. Because in person, you're the sweetest damn people I've ever met in my life. Y'all like doll babies because you know that ass will get handed to you. Excuse me. In person, y'all the most sweetest fucking people I met in my life. Because when you stand in front of me, all that thug type and stuff goes out the window, and Miss Betty Crocker comes on. Oh, girl. Mm, you know, and it makes me mad at myself because I always find myself constantly, constantly, I'm constantly trying to understand where they're coming from and just attacking. I couldn't be can't say nothing for a while because the chat features was disabled for what else. That's the thing about it, you mean. I put a link up and I was trying to share something with y'all. That didn't work. So I was like, and then just be crazy sometimes. I don't know. But I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes and we have conversations because when I try to talk to y'all, there are people looking on. And we know a lot of people don't like me, and that's fine. The only problem I have is that why is it that you got to show up to every daggone chat? Everything I do, here you come. I couldn't even see the comments if there was any. Oh, okay. I wish. Okay, Yumi. I'm sorry, Yumi. I'm sorry. Thank you, Miss Daisy. I had no idea. Yeah, it was a lot going on. It's just crazy though. It's just mentally exhausting because it's what it is. I don't understand. What do I do that's so bad to these girls? Like, what do I do that's so bad to you? And if you do feel as though I've done something that's bad to you, then don't watch. It's pretty simple. You got a whole bunch of content that you could go to. People making makeup, people doing wigs, men getting married, women getting married, gay couples getting married, geographic, how to make fashions. I mean, but here you are here, my channel, with something to say negative. Well, then, what's the difference between a transgender woman and a two-spirit woman? Nothing, nothing. I'm like, yo, if that's what you want to be called, that's what you want to be. It's good. Well, it's the same thing. I can't. I can't. And you call yourself Sarah Jessica from the damn Jessica Parker thing. Like, child, please, you can't even identify to make your own name. You got to find a daggone celebrity. Girl, Bob, you got so many identities going on. I stand up for who I am, and I stand in my truth. And I know when I step in front of this camera, I know I'm gonna be judged. I'm gonna be ridiculed. I know I'm gonna be put down. I get it. I get it because you put the light on you. So just because you put the light on you, don't mean that you're gonna get a lot of positive feedback, or you're gonna have people that's gonna agree with you, or people that stand you, and that's fine. My only problem is that if it's not what you like, but only subscribe because you do the Deaf Channel. Well, what happened to the one that was attacked? Tears, what's the name, Bambi or something? I'm forgetting. The ones that was attacked and stuff. It was a lot of editing done. It was one girl, Cat Black. She said she saw exactly what I said. She's a straight shooter like me. She saw exactly what I saw. And then the for the prosecutor not to take the case. They seen what I saw. But these people that didn't do the research, all they saw was what was shown. It's kind of like the Cowboys and Indians. Oh my God, kill the Indians, kill the Indians. And then come to find out the Indians was you. But you didn't do the work. So here it is. You thought that that's what you're being taught. But then when you find out doing some research, that it was something wrong with this picture. I could not love even when you watch your videos, always tell you. Exactly, you mean. But you know, haters are real. People just come with hate. But that's fine. But why do you have to show up? You know what I'm saying? If it's not what you want, just don't come. It's simple. Click off. Go somewhere else. But they want to come and they'll make another profile just to come back again. I saw Cat's video, but that video contained transphobic. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not a fan of hers only because of some things. I actually did a story on her, but she was being celebrated. See, this is the thing with me. I don't know any girls hustle and stuff, but with me, my stuff is political, and I never say I know everything because I don't. But the thing about it with me is what happened with me, which put a bad taste in my mouth with her, was one of her bloggers came after me. Well, YouTubers. This is in the beginning. And they was like, well, you need to collaborate with her. I was like, no, I don't want to collaborate with her. I don't even know her. Well, you need to. Maybe that's your problem. And I'm like, so then they got upset with me for not collaborating with her. I'm like, I don't even know her. What she does is her thing. Let me do me. If you want to collaborate, that's fine. So they got upset because I did not submit to them. So they was pissed off. And once again, they could be doing the same thing I'm doing, but they don't do it. And these are two spirit women that decide they want to attack me. And that's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. And it amazes me, but in the same breath, in person, everybody's a doll baby. Everybody got lilies and flowers and painting their hair. Oh, girl, you know, I live for you. You did it in person, but on time, girl, I can't stand her. But in person, because you don't got no keyboard to stand, you got to stand in front of me and say what you got to say to my face. But now you're like, oh, I don't remember that, girl. I don't remember that. I took, child, I don't want to say too much, but the thing about it is I watch how these girls move and stuff, and I really don't follow their channel and stuff because a lot of this stuff is mediocre, and they get celebrated for doing the other things. And I'm not knocking if that's what you into, but I understand you got to do things to blend in, to fit in, and I get it. So if you are a person like myself that's targeted on a lot of things and that seem combative, they have a competition with me because my energy is too strong and it's not breakable. So if your energy is too strong, it's not breakable. That makes you complicated, aka what's it called them when a woman when a black actress is too strong, they call them, they can't work with you, so you don't get jobs. They blackball you. They call you, anyway. They don't want you there because you're too strong-willed within your convictions, and you're this, and you're very complicated to deal with. And if anyone ever watched any content that I put out, it's not combative. It's like a conversation where we can have a conversation, we can talk back and forward. But a lot of times people feel as though you're strong with your conviction that you need to be breaking down a few levels. There was another girl that did a blog, and it was a girl that was, when we were CC McDonald for back with the sisters, the law wouldn't take her side without her going through it through, which is exactly Yumi. They don't. The thing about it is, when you stand up and fight back, that makes you combative. You become a thug. You become the you become all these negative contents. But the thing about it, if you submit to doing things they want you to do, then oh, she's a wonderful girl. She's a nice person. She's friendly. She's relatable. But when you call out people on certain things, oh, you're combative. You. It's the same thing with the guy that hit me up, and I sent him something. He was on my list, and he became very upset with me because of an issue that was happening. Now, it was a white woman that was saying that it was a owner, and he had a store open. He wasn't supposed to have open, and he was white. Now, this blog is coming from a white woman. This wasn't coming from, it was coming from a white woman. So she said that, don't tell me about white privilege because it exists. So the white man, they went to lock him up. He resisted. He took his car and ran over a cop. They finally got him locked up. They released him and didn't even have to pay bail. Ran over a cop. He fought the cops. He ran from the cops. Got in his car. They stopped him. They got him out. They locked him up. And they released him the same day without bail. She says, so don't tell me white privilege don't exist. It does. So he says that type of content is only made to keep racial discrimination. And that's not what the message is saying. She's saying in order for you to deal with these situations, you have to address it and get rid of it. If you close your eyes to it, it's going to keep happening. But once again, it comes from a woman to stand up to try to start the conversation to fix it. And it comes from a man that says, oh, I don't want to talk about it. So as long as we don't talk about it, it's not going to get fixed. And that's the thing. And if you're a person of color and you sit back and close your eyes to a lot of things, it's not going to get fixed. It's not. Anyway, it's been a long, long Saturday. I think I need to take a break. A long, extended break. Because I got to the point where I'm just exhausted with the whole thing.
Mainstream media is using witchcraft to tell a vision, tell a story. They're using witchcraft. Hello everyone, this is Apostle Deanna Dixon. So I'm just going to quickly do this. I'm not going to do it all.
It's funny. I did this story on I did the story on CC McDonald too, but that was way in the beginning when a lot of this stuff I didn't understand. And when I go back and look at some of the content that I put up, I was shocked at all the stuff that I had actually talked on, and I really didn't realize how much stuff I talked on. And when sometimes when I look at some of the videos, which I don't watch any of my videos from the past because I hate them all, so I don't really watch them. But I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. And some stuff I agree with, and some stuff I don't agree with now. Moving further into my truth, it's a lot of stuff I don't agree with. I don't. And I share it with you because I feel like a lot of girls don't want to share because they feel as though they're going to be discriminated against. And, you know, when I transitioned, I thought I'd be dating gay men. I didn't know how to date straight men. I mean, I get it now, but I'm already on the side of the fence. And now that I'm on the side of the fence, where do I go? Because my attraction is still to men, but where do I go? And I was having a conversation with a lot of girls who's in the middle, behind the scenes, who wants to transition, but they's like, I'm not sure if I want to do it because of what I'm seeing. And I tell every girl, make sure you tell her everything. Don't tell her certain parts. Let her know everything and pick from it. And let her realize that your target is going to be straight men. People are going to call him gay. Oh, he ain't straight, because that's what the world do. They look for anything. They focus anything on the dark side or anything that's bad. That's what they look for, and they'll blow that part up. Anything good about what he's doing, they pay them on. But they'll find any little small thing that's bad or something that's questionable to them. They'll highlight that part. So when dealing with these men, they're coming at us on a level of, I want a man that looks like a woman. That's how we're being presented to the men. We're not being presented to the men as two spirit women. We're being introduced, I want a man that looks like a woman. That's how the narrative's going out. And when I say that, that means that he wants us to be able to perform manly duties in the bed when it comes down with him. And I'm not saying all men. I'm constantly saying, I'm not saying all men. But a lot of men are being introduced to us that way, and they want us to fall into line of that way instead of us being celebrated. And as the women that we are, we're being introduced a whole nother way. So now, when you start calling yourself a transgender woman, everybody goes, oh, that's a man. Oh, you a dude. That's all they're hearing. So how are you going to get respect when you're throwing them off of who you are in front of them? And when I say that, I'm not talking about the one you're sleeping with. I'm talking about when going to jobs and when going to places. Why is that always your narrative first? Like, why is it that everybody has to know what you are? I never hear a transgender man goes out and say, well, I'm a trans man. We wouldn't even know what he is until he tell us. So why does as the girls always feel like they got to explain? And then when they get fired from jobs and when they lose things, they use that as an excuse. When you bought your own shovel to dig your own grave, and then you're complaining about your actions and why things are happening to you. I've never known a person to say, I want to grow up to be a transgender. I've never heard that. I've never heard that. But it is what it is. I just think sometimes that I just need to bow out. Maybe 2021 Raven need to be gone because I need to just move around and cisgender world and just leave completely. Just be gone and let the girls find another girl. I'm sure there'll be another girl that's doing the work and let them find her. And I just need to split for 2021. I think Raven needs to go. I think I need to make a whole new channel and just disappear. I really do. Because sometimes I feel like it's mentally exhausting. And it's sad because you get really mentally tired with it. Like you're doing things to benefit people that don't even see your growth, and then you're looking at other people that should be more supportive, and they're not. Dealing with other people in the gay community that don't care. It's like, why are you here, Raven? Why are you here, Raven? I think I know what made it when I couldn't comment in the chat was temporary disabled, probably because you were Change the title of this video. Well, you know what happened, you mean the video, the conversation changed a lot, you know, and then you try to create content that moves within, you know, people want to talk about something. You know, we have a conversation and stuff, so you kind of break bread with them and, you know, have a conversation. Y'all, everyone share different thoughts, so you know how they make things work for themselves. But to force someone's truth and make it be your truth is not fair. And then I found myself, I got upset because I found myself keep explaining that when I say what works for you, it's fine. And what works for me. But then when it comes to me, they feel as though I need to fall in line and be like a bird. And I'm not a bird. So it became combative and it became problematic for me. Then when someone says, well, I'm not fooling anyone, when clearly, why would I be fooling anyone when I created so much content and you could go on Google and find me? So I wouldn't be sitting in front of a light if I'm trying to fool anyone. And the thing about it is, these could be people who dresses up as girls on Tuesdays and Thursdays on drag night and back as boys. So the thing about it becomes very problematic. Hey, Piper, it becomes very problematic and tiresome. But in the same breath, they don't want to stand up. They don't want to stand in the front line. They don't want to say, well, let me sit in this position and see what it's like. Because they could. They don't want to do it. It's like, it's enough room. You can sit there and do it. They don't want to do it, though. Why should I do it? But in the same breath, they want to collect all the accolades from it. I want to watch you go through all these changes, but I want to benefit from it. I want good things and I want jobs and I want things to open for me. I want all these great things to happen, but I don't want to be the one on the front line. I want to watch what happened to you. And in fact, I'll attack you, but I'm going to benefit from all the things I'm going to receive from you standing up in the forefront. I'm going to benefit for you putting yourself out there in the forefront. I'm going to benefit for you getting your feelings from the forefront, but I'm not going to stand up there to do it myself. In fact, I will go against you for standing up. And it's like, I don't know. Anyway, I think I just need to just chill. The girls hurt each other in our community more than us. Exactly. But you know what, you don't even know if they're the girls. They could be some boy dressed up like a girl. This how all this stuff goes. The profile says girl, but he don't live as a girl. This is so much confusion that goes. Then you have the ones who call on some girl that don't wear nothing, don't do nothing. So it's like, okay. But then she calls us a girl. Then you got the girls who dresses up like a girl, but she identifies as a man. Then it's like Raven is the most considerate two-spirit I've seen. Other girls I've saw never give advice and stand. Upcoming girls. Thank you. Thank you. And the thing about it, I go to these girls' channel, these two-spirit women channel. I don't never hear them helping the girls. I hear them helping themselves. I hear them trying to find ways to make money for themselves. I don't hear them having a talk with these girls when these girls are committing suicide. These girls are killing themselves. I've never hear them. I heard one girl who was friends with another girl that committed suicide. You know what she said? Mental health is real, y'all. Mental health is real. I love my sisters. That's all she said. So how are you helping another girl by saying mental health is real? You didn't help nobody by saying that. Okay, when a two-spirit woman been murdered, R.I.P., rest in pieces. That's all y'all say. Y'all don't put a whole package together to say, share these pictures everywhere. Let's find out. Okay. They don't do that. They don't do that. I do it. They don't do that. They don't put something together to try to find out what's going on. Share it every way you can. Maybe somebody's seen something. Maybe they don't do that. They do nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But you care about your sister, but your sister's been murdered. But you care. But you're doing nothing. You don't try to find out what happened to her. You don't try to do the extra to make sure. I mean, I appreciate every person on this channel that celebrate. I mean, not celebrated, but shared the videos of the girls and try to find out who killed them. I appreciate that because with a lot of noise and unity, we could put a stop to a lot of this stuff. But if you don't do nothing, why should anybody else care when you don't? They act as if they think they can't. Exactly, you mean. And the thing is, like, you got somebody doing the work, and then you come after the person who's doing the work. You go after the person who's doing the work, and I get it. Because when you stand in the forefront, we all know the same ones you're trying to help will be the same ones that's coming for you. We get it. We get it. I already knew that. And I learned that because I believe God give me little sprinkles. And when God showed me Malcolm X, when he got killed, and I saw the same ones that looked like him killed him, I knew I wasn't safe no more. Because all that time, I thought it was the government. I thought it was going to be a bunch of white men that came in and killed him. So after doing research and I saw what I saw, I said, oh, I got quiet. And I started listening with my ears. Then I started watching young rappers come up trying to start a name for themselves. And I watched another black person kill them. I was like, well, damn, what is going on here? Didn't I see the same black people hanging from trees like me, or it don't matter? You get to the point where you're like, you know what? I have to delete this whole thing because I'm not going to put myself all the way out. And when I turn around, I'll be the only one running into the fight. And nobody's coming because they want to watch and see what happens to me first. But I'm like Toni Braxton. No better words can express my gratitude. It's exhausting. And the thing about it is that the girls never think that by me putting myself in the front line, that something could happen to me. Something could happen to me for fighting for you. They don't think about that because they're safe. They ain't thinking nothing like that. Like somebody's putting their whole everything on the line to save another girl, but they don't see that. They see nothing because they don't care. They don't care. So you become less present. That's when I was like, before I got mad, I was like, you know what? There was right. I'm like, there was the time I got mad. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see how many times y'all gonna find out girls have been murdered. I want y'all to see how many times girls have been murdered, and I'm gonna see how many times people report it, and they didn't. Exactly, Yumi. And the thing is, like, they're gonna benefit from it, but they can attack me. But in person, they're the sweetest things you want to meet. And this is why I stay away. I stay away because it's not worth it. It's not. I stay away. I don't go to ballrooms. I don't go to gay clubs. I don't go nowhere. I stay home. It's not worth it because I've been disappointed. I've been disappointed too much. And when you get to the point where you're constantly saying the same thing and people are not listening, you don't say nothing no more. And now this whole new movement of the pronouns identifies she, her, and her. It's like, oh, the label parade still begins. It's like a mockery. It's just a mockery. And it's all begin because of the two spirit women. They just take it and they made this whole whole little joke. In the meantime, we're being murdered, and it's like a joke, though. Some are not sweet to me because you said like that with video. So you have a girl try. Exactly, you meet. They will try you. I've had it 2 times. 2 times. You got to be really careful. And y'all wouldn't know that if I didn't tell y'all that the ones that look like you may try to hurt you. Through conversation, you can find out a lot of things. But like it's hard sometimes. And I don't even can talk about the men when you got these two spirit women coming for you. And then you have to be sweet about it. Well, you don't have to, but it's just sometimes I think, like I said before, our target is straight men. Now we have to convince him to stay in this world with us. And the reason why he don't stay in the world with us because he see us as a transgender. And that's exactly what it means, a transgender man. Like the numbnut that kept saying, well, that's what I identify as. Child. Then I was like, who you fooling you all over the sites? Good morning, sweetie. It's just become very mentally exhausting. And then all of a sudden, my chat thing, I don't know, just going crazy. Say, do you want to report this person? Do you want to report that person? I reported them. Then it wouldn't go through. It just become very mentally exhausting. That when you put yourself all the way out there, and then the thing about it is that I don't have to. I have to rethink a lot of things. I have another woman that's trying to get me to go come to this job and start working. So I may look into that. Excuse me. And just split. I'm just tired of being policed. I'm tired of the men that's looking on, watching everything I'm seeing, judging everything I'm doing. I'm sick of the two spirit women. Critiquing everything I'm doing, but don't stand in the forefront. Then some of these girls go Hollywood on you. When they get on these shows, they become Hollywood. They forget who you are. And some people who become Hollywood start acting like they're better than you. Some people can't. Well, they can, but some people should never be in a platform where they're on star levels because they start acting like they start acting like they're better than you. And I said there's certain people when they go to the top, they get this whole energy shift where they think they're better than you. And they're like, oh, this is my this and this is my that. And it's like, okay, well, and I watch that. I watch a lot. Anyway, I'm going to get away from this. I think it's time for Raven to go because mentally it is exhausting. And I think I've been on here too long, and I need to take a break. I think I need to take a break. Yeah. And it's funny, every time I say I'm going to take a break, somebody send me a link to another girl that's been murdered. Then I put the whole package together. And then, exactly, you mean. That's exactly how I feel. Like my pressure be going up, and it's like, I mean, I know you get it, but the thing about it is that I don't. The thing about it is, I think when you share yourself so many different ways, people feel as though you just talking to them. And when I talk to people, um, I'm pulled a lot of ways, and a lot of people who pull me to them, they don't want to be seen in the chat room. They don't want to be seen in the light. So they sneak and hide, and they want to have a conversation with me. And when I say this, they want to have long conversations with me. And when I say long, I mean days and days and days and days. Then some people feel as though I don't conversate with them enough. So I have an attitude against them, which is not true. I'm like, I really am one person. And I try to talk to them you know, through loving eyes. But I don't know. The idiots and the doctors don't help you because all they do is judge you with the hate. Exactly. I agree. It's not end of the day. You can't do this alone. Which the pressure is applying more people. The end result will always be you burnt out. The people called lame. Exactly, XB. It's mentally exhausting. It's like, and the thing about it is they don't even realize I put myself out in the front line. Like I'm literally put myself in the front line. Do they not think killers don't see this stuff I'm doing? Do they not think that family members don't see the stuff I'm doing? Do they not see what I'm trying to do when I'm trying to help you? Do they not see that? No, they don't care. They don't care, but they will come and they will attack me and benefit from what I'm doing, but don't support me. And then I have to deal with these energies and stuff. And I'm like, some girls have been broken and hurt so bad that it becomes so hard to talk to them. Some girls I talk to, their attitude is so strong in victims that you can't even reach them. And I try to have a conversation with them, and sometimes it's unreachable to talk to them to the point where you don't say anything, like you just get real quiet because they ain't hear nothing you said. And it becomes tiresome. It becomes very tiresome. And then when you do make conversation with dudes and stuff, and you think you met a good person for conversation, here comes a dick picture. He makes it about sex. Then you got the ones that don't care what you got to say because it's their way or the highway. And it's like, well, damn. I get beat up so much. It's like, what? Why is you doing this, Raven? Why are you doing this? Like, why? Why? Why, Raven? Just why? Why are you doing this? And I'm really starting to come to that point in my life. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you constantly beating yourself up for people that's going to benefit from what you're doing? But at the end of the day, they gave you hell for doing it. A lot of people in the cisgender world never knew all the stuff we were going through. A lot of people in the gay world didn't know all the stuff we were going through. A lot of people didn't even know that we were being attacked. A lot of people didn't know. They had no idea. They had no idea. None. I can't tell you what to do, but I pray that you put all of your energy only to you. Thank you, Dave. What pays you or your gifts have some stop allowing people to dump waste. You're right. You're right, Dave. It looks like I'm the only one commenting in the comments and not many more. So I'm not sure if Raven is going to stay on long. Then I'm about to go work if more don't come on a comment. You see this video later. Like your truth and be unapologetic. You take care of yourself and give yourself a break. You're right. I am going to give myself a break because you know what? It's mentally exhausting. It really is. It's mentally exhausting. And sometimes and I'm not saying everybody, but sometimes I don't think people think that outside of social media, I don't have a lot going on. That they don't think that. Then again, they don't really have to think anything, but I think that they don't think that I have a lot going on behind the scenes. When I talk to people on LinkedIn, I talk to people on IG, I talk to people on YouTube, I talk to people on Facebook. I talk to a lot of people that talk to me. They have conversation they want to have in private because they don't trust people and they also don't feel safe talking about certain subjects in front of people because of judgment and ridicule. So they shut down. So I have conversations with them and I don't know. Anyway, y'all have a blessed and safe Saturday. I'm going to give myself a break. I'm going to give myself a break. What today's date is? Today is 19th. And my week was supposed to be here. I'm going to give myself a break. I talked to this one man. He was like, I want to come see you. I want to come see you. I'm like, don't you got a girlfriend? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it's so funny because I came on here today to talk about discrimination. How some people within the gay community discriminate against the girls and knock them out of work and keep them for positions and stuff. And when they out the girls on jobs, and then they keep saying when the girls become sex workers, they want to shoot them down for that. But then when they show up for jobs, you out them for that. Like you make the struggle even worse when you don't have to. Anyway, y'all have a blessed and safe day. Raven's gonna go.
What the hell are you talking about? What was it like being a rapper from the Bay when you first came out, when you traveled outside of the Bay. How did they treat you? Yada, 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 yada.
Honestly, surviving COVID-19 wasn't enough for. Wow. So Pink got COVID-19. Wow. God bless her. I like Pink.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Yes. Tell us when. Yes. Bad things happen to you. You don't have to fall apart. You can pull it together and still be strong. Where's the L? You can tell me something that you were made fun of for when you were growing up, but now is a trend. I got a lot to say. We know many of you aren't traveling home.
Instagram has blocked my account again until the 20th for no reason. Can't like, comment, or post captions. Make sure to follow my backup account. I can't. Black business. I'm already on your black business account. I like Shaka Khan. No negatives, self-talk, excuses given up. Allow him. Oh, I see why they blocked your stuff. It's pro-black. This world, it never fails me. Hey, hey, River, how are you, sweetie? Trading. This year here, OnlyFans, COVID, and many things. Are you big Raven fan too? No, but the thing is, like, I think I'm just mentally tired, y'all. I'm just tired. Y'all have no idea. The beat down is be so much. Like, it be a lot of beat down. And it's really tiresome for one person, and two, I had a conversation with someone yesterday, and I was explaining to her, and we almost got into it because I can't. I think I just need to take a break. It's funny because I used to go jogging. Whenever I got upset, I used to go jogging and stuff, but I haven't been working out. And then when I go outside, some man is trying to talk to me. Hello, beautiful. That's why I hate sometimes being who I am because I can't say nothing back to him because he's talking about pre-creation. Here it is. That's not going to happen. So, I don't know. I don't want to say too much. I do got a wig though. My wig never came. My wig that I bought a black wig. It still ain't come yet. It's been almost 5 weeks, 4 weeks, I mean, and I still ain't get the wig yet. Now I got this wig, and this another thing. I'm trying to stay committed to lace fronts, but I don't like them. Like I don't know what to do with these things. I'm ready to take my hair and weave it. I have been trying so hard. I just got to get 6 months in and not weaving my hair. Let the internet take care of itself. Amen. You right, I will. I'm gonna go. You're right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get lost. I'm gonna get lost. I'm gonna write. Maybe I should get lost until next year. I get lost for a while. I was trying to get this other job. He was like, in order to be on my site, you have to come out online. I kind of. It's funny. Do you ever apply for a job and you kind of know that they're not going to accept you, and it's from the gay community, and then when they don't accept you, it kind of bothers you a little bit because they prove you right, and you kind of want them to prove you wrong, if that makes sense. Like I want you to prove me wrong, but you prove me right for exactly doing exactly what I expected you to do. When the guy who hired me as a bartender, he told me, he said he didn't like girls like me